Hey knitter friends, welcome to episode 155 of the Knitting Samurai and Her Guys video podcast. I'm your host Steph, also known as the Knitting Samurai. And this is Mr. Linus right here, my younger of the two Devon Rex cats that share my home with us. Me? Anyways. Mac is his older brother. I have a husband and two boys, and we moved two sons. And two boy cats. It's all guys around here and me. And we moved to our new house about 10 days ago. So we're in a state of disarray. But I went back to work on Monday. It's Tuesday night, very late. And we're getting there. It's starting to feel like home. So that's a really nice thing. To have going on, and I'm pleased to report that our condo that we had been living in was on the market for 4 days. We had 3 offers. We've accepted a full price offer with a 30-day closing, so we are under contract, and things are going my way. Not really going my knitting way though. So if you want to hear about the move or see a little bit of the new house, I'll put all that stuff at the end. So if you're just here for knitting, it's going to be a quick show because knitting, what is that? No, it's just been really limited between packing and unpacking. And then for me, this is a crazy work week. I got home half an hour ago at 9:30. I worked from 8 to 9:30 at night. And tomorrow's going to be more the same. So I had a giant coffee in the afternoon, and then I drank a Diet Pepsi with dinner, which I never drink caffeinated sodas. And I am buzzing, and I came home to find everyone asleep. Steve waited up, my husband, but now he's gone to bed. And so I'm like, well, I guess I'll talk to my knitter friends. I'll find a little time right here and talk to them, even though I don't feel really motivated to talk about knitting because there hasn't been nearly as much as I would like there to be, but it is what it is, right? And it's been way more than 10 days, and I'm feeling like if I don't get back in the saddle, I might not. So I need to just get one on the books, and it may not be the best show ever, but it is what it is, right? So happy March. Ides of March. Oh, that's today, March 15th, right? Beware. I can't help it. Those little quirky things that you just remember from high school, and they come back to haunt you every year on this day. So yesterday was pie, and everyone was crazy about that. I could care less about it being Pie Day. Steve can recite to 10 decimal places out. He's very proud of himself. Yeah. And let's see, while I'm just rambling on, Tristan and Ro are doing really great. I had no idea how cramped we were in the condo, so it was a 2-bedroom condo, but that's it. It was like we lived in the dining room, living room area, and then we slept in the 2 bedrooms, and that was it, right? No outside, no nothing. And this house, the boys have a playroom on the first floor, so they can go play there. The basement is partially finished, and then part of it is Steve's workshop, where he's done a couple building projects already, and he gets the boys involved with him. And then we have the boys still don't really play in their bedroom. They have toys up there, but they don't. But we have a pretty good sized yard, front lawn, and then a really long driveway for them to drive their cars up and down their little pedal bikey things. And so they have just spent hours out there doing that. I had no idea they were missing out on that aspect of childhood. And we're on a dead-end cul-de-sac. I mean, it's a little, very small neighborhood off a busy road, but no one comes down here as far as we are unless they're going to one of the other 3 houses down here. So it's a really quiet street. So I mean, I told the boys don't go past this point, but even if they do go past that point in the driveway, it's really not a big deal. So it's great. It's great. I'm getting my comfort level up with, okay, I can see them. Like, maybe I can let them go play outside, and I will sit in a room where I can see them, or sit on the porch or on the front lawn. It's March, so it's still kind of cold out. Like, we went for a walk the other morning. Our first Saturday morning here, we went for a walk just around the cul-de-sac, and they rode their little pedal bikes, and it was 38 degrees, and I was a little cold, but we had a good time. So it's been busy. All of that is to say that it's been busy, and I'm sorry there isn't more knitting. I really, not for you. I mean, a little for you, but mostly for me, because I love knitting. I am defined by my knitting. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world is my knitting. So let's talk about it, shall we? Oh, there's a birthday invitation. Things you lose that you had, and then everything gets thrown in a box. And well-meaning friends very much appreciate their help, but it's like, oh, these last 5 things, and then guess what? That box isn't labeled either. So I can't find my mixing bowls. What is it we're missing? The strainer, like you make pasta and you drain it, the strainer thing, colander, whatever it's called. Can't find that. I can't find my mixing bowls. I have no Tupperware. I have like 2 pieces of Tupperware. I don't know where these things got put. That's my fault though, because those were definitely packed up before moving day. But like this party invitation, I didn't know where that was. So there, we found that. Also found a Lorax mustache. Yes, it's Dr. Seuss all the time around here. I have a truffle tree with the quote about that is, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, things are not going to change. They're not. Which I love that quote. I have a necklace. It's from the Lorax, and it's about taking care of the environment in that context, but also just in life in general. And so I really want to hang that up in either the boys' room, my bedroom, or the den. I think the den, because that's like really my room. I didn't mean to be, but I sort of, by the time all the yarn got put in there, and Steve's claimed this workshop space downstairs, he put in a bunch of shelves, he has the old kitchen cabinets to hang things and lots of light, so he's happy with that as his space. So I think I'm going to take the den as my space. We'll see. Anyway, so Lorax. I love that book. So I think I'm going to put that quote up. I've had it for a while. I also have the remote controls, the garage door, in my knitting book, because that's clearly where they go. So I'm looking to see if I do have a paper, Patent Screw Socks, because everybody loves that. It is called Gray Marl, and it is a gray and white tweed. Tweed? I'm trying to think. It's a twisted color. Anyways, so I'm using that. I cast on the toe, and this has just been like my stuff in it mindless project. And I've done quite a bit. I can't remember where I was, if you've seen this before, or if it's new to you, but there you go. It's a nice guy's sock, 2x2 rib, toe up. Depending on how far I go on the toe, it'll either be a Fish Lips Kiss heel or a Wendy Johnson slip stitch heel. One or the other. We'll see as I get closer. I am using US Zeros, 2mm needles, because that's what I need to use. So that's in this bag, which I have lost my zipper pull. That's very sad. Here's his buddy with the zipper pull, and he is not, so I have to find that somewhere. Look at this mess. I know. I'll tell you about it in just a second. Where's what I'm looking for? Okay, so the bobble hats. Well, I like knitting it. It's a good use of fingering weight yarn. Hold the yarn double. I'm looking. Pattern is by Donna Smith. It's free. It's great fun. Really fun to knit. I knit 2 of them, and then I decided to adapt one. And since my hair is a mess, because it's the end of the day, I have woven in my ends. Did I block it? Oh, is this sad? I don't remember. I don't think I blocked it. Anyways, I took it's Winter is Coming or Game of Thrones. There's a mitten pattern. I took that pattern and I stuck it on a hat. And so this side says Winter's Coming. Except I ran out of space and I had to go into the decreases, so it's not entirely perfect. And then there's the Stark Dire Wool. Hey, So the camera and I are not agreeing about what's important to record. So yeah, I was telling you about this hat, and then I knit it for my friend, and I plan to knit another one. I also have been working on another one. So again, based on, what did I say, Donna Smith? Based on her pattern, holding Mountain Colors Crazy Foot, which is I think it's a merino nylon or it's a BFL nylon blend. Holding it double. I really love the red with the navy. And I had been working on it with a gray for the contrast color, doing a Fair Isle motif pattern, but it wasn't showing up well enough, and the pattern wasn't exactly long enough, and so I sort of set it aside. And then moving, I found that I had 2 big 3-ring binders full of printed out patterns and sleeves from back before Ravelry. So a lot of nitty patterns, a lot of patterns I had found online that I thought looked fun for someday. And so I flipped through them, and I ended up finding 4 or 5 different Fair Isle hat patterns that I had picked out. And so I kept those. I kept a few sweater patterns. Nothing for socks, nothing for like basic patterns. I didn't keep any of those. Yeah, so one of those patterns that I found was the swirly hat, and that's by Joanne Jongsma. And you can see here she did a striped yarn for the base, and then did this swirly leaf motif for, it's not a leaf, but it's like a script for the colorwork portion. And I don't know if it's free or not, and I don't know where to find it, but I had found it at some point. And I don't even think I've set up a project page for this. But so I ripped back the motif I was doing because I didn't like it, and I pulled out this, let's see, this is the same one I used for this. So this is Sock Ease in like a cream colorway, and I'm holding that with a strand of Frog Tree Alpaca in the Sport Weight color 12. So it's just a cream color. So I'm holding that, and really this isn't Fair Isle, it's Intarsia. Each section of the script pattern has its own strand of yarn, so whatever that's called, that's what this is. And I'm enjoying knitting it for sure. I'm doing US size 6 and size 7 needles on this. I had used 6s and 7s for this, and for the next one I'm going to use 5 and 6s. I've cast on the rib just a little bit, and it's not worth showing. But so this is going really well. I knit probably 3 or 4 rows, and then I'm burnt out. Like, it's just a lot of chart reading and paying attention, and I'm a little brain dead. Having done all this moving and whatnot, so it's either been the stockinette sock or this. And I'll tell you that I knit quite a bit of this while watching The Last Witch Hunter, which is a Vin Diesel movie, and it was surprisingly good. I like fantasy movies, so you have to like them to get into this, but it was much better than I Frankenstein or Seventh Son, Aragon. Like, I liked it as a story better. I haven't read any of those books, but I enjoyed this movie. And it's just so funny to me because my dad recommended it, and you know, that man never met a movie he didn't like for some reason. He always finds a redeeming quality. So I watched it with a grain of salt, but I was like, wow, this is really good. So take that from where it came from. And the other movie I worked on this while watching was The Martian. So I'm a little behind the times. I'm that friend that sees a movie 5 months after everybody else, but I'm disappointed that it only won a Golden Globe. I thought it was an excellent movie. It made me laugh, it made me cry. I was at the edge of my seat even though I fell asleep. That can't be helped, that's just me. But it was a very enjoyable movie. So, 2 good movies, a new house, condos under contract. Life is good. Life is good. By mid-April, yeah, taxes, but at the same time, I will be down to just one house, my little fixer-upper, and so happy to be here. So I'm gonna leave you with some clips of the work, maybe some before and after pictures, little stories about the move, whatever I've recorded over the last more than 2 weeks since we spoke. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in about 10 days or 10 days or so. Enjoy what you're working on. Take care. Bye. Here we go. Moving day is finally here. I can't believe it. Well, we could keep adding to it. I'm trying to get rid of it. Hey, Tris.
Yeah, you break it over your knee, like that.
Yeah, but Lauren looks so much cooler.
Well, I wasn't.
Hey guys, it is I, Steph. So the move happened and I'm actually headed back to the condo right now to do a final clean, touch up some trim that got damaged by hockey pucks. I don't know why that would damage trim. So touch it up, do a final cleaning, get the load of dishes we left behind, and call it good. The move happened. It was an amazing exhibition of my friends. Everybody pulled together. My parents, Steve's parents, my best friends, and Kirk Dick came as well. Not that he's not my best friend, but I was thinking about it as I stood by the truck and directed people where to go, and this would have been my wedding party. These people, they're so wonderful, and got it done. We were done by 2 o'clock, I think the last load went to the house. We ended up making 3 trips, and it's amazing. So I stayed up until midnight that first night, working to just get everything that was absolutely essential unpacked and ready to go. And then the next day I was a zombie. So here we are. It's Monday. I'm going to clean the house, and then I think Mom and I are going to go get some shower curtains and mini blinds and just, last minute things. The kitchen and the boys' room are basically unpacked. The playroom's done. The den/knitting room is complete chaos, but that's not an essential room. And our bedroom is chaos. And the finished basement, we moved in before the sealant, poly, whatever the stuff is that they're putting on the floor down there, has been painted. So I can't even start to unpack. So I just need to get the stuff out of the way and call it good. So I grabbed 5 minutes. I talked to you. I hope you're doing well. There's not a lot of knitting going on in my world, obviously. I don't think I've knit since Thursday night, and it's Monday morning, but I'll get back there. I'm just like crazy busy. So take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, my friends. It is Thursday around noontime, and Mom and I did mini blinds this morning. I haven't showered or done my hair. I don't normally like you guys to see me like this, but I thought I'd just take a minute and check in and show you what I'm working on. I know! I took a lunch break. I know. I probably shouldn't have. But seriously, the house is in pretty good shape. The den and our bedroom are the only 2 rooms not unpacked and set. Like, we don't have decorations on the walls, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Behind me is the kitchen. Okay, so there's junk out, but, we just moved in, and we're sorting through things. So that's how the kitchen looks. And then there's the dining room, so you can see the matching lights. So, and I'm sitting here in the living room, in the new furniture that my parents got us. It was a housewarming gift. So, yeah, I'll catch up with you soon. I just keep recording these little snippets so that someday I will edit them together and have a podcast for you. So, I hope all is well.
If you get motion sick, you probably don't want to watch this. But I thought you might appreciate getting a sense of our new place. It is very late. I have come from work. There's the stairs to go upstairs. Curtains, the very bright light. There's where I'm going to sit to record. Our messy living room. I'm working on it. This is the dining room with a cat in the hat, because it's March and that's Dr. Seuss' birthday. Roland asked our realtor the other night to please explain why Dr. Seuss had died. It was hilarious. So yeah, various stages of unpacking and whatnot. And then down the hall, that's the boys' playroom. Should we go look? Why not? Okay, we'll stop off in the bathroom. There we go. Had been quite the scene in here. I have to get a shower curtain. And there's the bathroom. boys' playroom. Going low. Yes, toys out. Waiting on another bookshelf to come. So that's their playroom. And then this chaotic mess is going to be my craft room, den, whatever. And then this is my closet. I think I have a whole section on my closet to share with you. So maybe we'll go to that now. Hey, so we all know that the knitting room is really everyone's favorite part of a house. So I thought I'd share with you what I've been working on this afternoon. And by no means is this room done, but I'm getting the yarn organized and up above. So my Swift. Actually, that's our filing, but it's okay. It's the only non-yarn thing in this closet. A bag of my project bags not currently in use. A lavender sachet and a sock blocker. Down here is my knitting library, and I have to tell you, I am so excited that I can access everything right here whenever I want it. And that right there is a photo album from my grandmother. That just, it's important to remember things. And then this right here is a filing cabinet that we had in our garage that I was ready to trash, but my mom said, hey, why don't you repurpose it? So we didn't need it for filing, but it will make a lovely UFO bin. Whoa! So that's how that's going. And then around the room, still plenty more to unbox, but there'll be a desk. Those are the boys' beanbag chairs. And we're back at the drawer. Oh, there's the toilet. So there we go. Linus, what do you think? Lila, you like it? Say yes. Okay.
You're never going to get away. Hey.